Deutsche Chancellor Angela Merkel will start a new circle of coalition negotiations on Saturday in a bid to end the nation's policy deadlock. Rather than 3 months following its poll, Germany is yet out of a new by the government. The 5-day negotiations will involve Mrs. Merkel's Believer Democrats, CDU, her allies the Believer Public Association, CSU, and the Public Democrats, SPD. Experts say the may be her recent opportunity to shape a steady coalition. The center-left SPD has regulated together in the Chancellor's center-right side for 8 of the recent 12 years. But a historic impoverished survey outcome in September saw SPD lead Martin Schulz vow to get the Public Democrats in opposition. The Chancellor must now persuade SPD leaders how they include quite overall goals to begin official coalition talks by March or April. Europe Association allies, such as France, who see Germany as a column of sustainability in the bloc, will be hoping she succeeds. Migration, Europe, taxation, and health could all be points of competition. During the SPD, socialistic sounding include reasoned how reforming the Great Coalition would price the side yet more than supporting. Several complaint the SPD has taken into account up its mandrel principles to stick to force in Mrs. Merkel. The Chancellor many faces such reprimand of Conservative Party, who say she has neglected conventional values and managed voters to the distant right option for Germany, AFD, that is now provided in the Fed Parliament for the at first period. Rather than 3 months include gone with the elections, the longest time of coalition building Germany has always named. He's not a meltdown. And down there is a keeper by the government. But it does indicate how essential decisions on the next of Germany, and the EU, are on conduct. So blood pressure is housed to shape a coalition. If negotiations go so, a by the government could be in location by Easter. Down there will be disagreements, such as on refugees or tax. But down there are as well overall interests. And no of the parties love the concept of the alternatives to a coalition transactions, each in volatile minority group by the government, or crisp elections, that would indicate a length time of ambiguity. Top leaders of the 3 capacity allies met on January 3 to talk preliminaries, and include voiced an upbeat mention with later. Trust has grown up, and we go in the negotiations in hopefulness, a collaborative proclamation told. SPD President Mr. Schulz tell of a really concentrated, significant discussion. Horst Seehofer of the CSU told he felt the parties would perhaps accept to manage along, proverb, I believe we'll supervise he. The parties include coordinated to a print dimming for the negotiations, that will complete on January 11. If they show success, and the SPED's members voice to begin, complete blown coalition negotiations will pursue. If negotiations failure, Mrs. Merkel could shape a less than steady minority group by the government in the Greens, in SPD supporting. Yet, she has previous told she would choose a crisp poll to how possibility.